Welcome to Nomcast, where we take a deep dive into your food and splash around to see what we can find. I'm your host, Alice Zaslavsky. And today, we're peeling back the layers to learn about the volatile nature of onions. Yes, those flaky, smelly, bulbous little guys are actually way more unpredictable than you might think. Now, they mostly live somewhere near the bottom of our cupboards, waiting to give our savoury meals some sweet, rich oomph. They're also great for giving salads an extra bit of sharpness and colour. People sometimes like to think of them as the bass player in the orchestra of flavours because they set the tone and drive the pace for so many recipes. In other words, they're tasty, they're hearty, and they're reliable. But sometimes, even our most reliable old friends can surprise us. And sometimes, bass can take us to some unexpected places. But before we get into it, I want to urge everyone to check their brains to see if they're fully charged because there'll be a quiz at the end. Okay, so onions and volatility. First, what is volatility? Well, the word volatile has two main meanings. In day-to-day usage, we know something that's volatile is something that's likely to change rapidly and unpredictably, especially for the worse. Some restaurant workers in Saskatoon, Canada, found this out the hard way when a man threw a live snake at one of the staff because they refused to dice onions for his sandwich. Apparently, the restaurant policy was to slice onions, not dice them. This particular customer wasn't happy, so he decided to try settling the score using a snake. Police rushed to the scene, caught the non-venomous garter snake, and ended up naming it Outlaw. Which doesn't really make sense because, as far as I can tell, the snake didn't break any laws. But weird things do tend to happen when situations get volatile.
This episode of the Nomcast brought to you by concentric circles. Are you sick of your circles getting tangled up into a loopy mess? Do you want the circles in your life to mimic the shape of the universe? Have you ever walked through a forest, found yourself staring into the rings on a stumpy old log and thought, the passing of time is a mysterious and beautiful thing? Then next time you're drawing some circles or designing anything circular, please consider arranging those circles in concentric patterns. Thank you for your time.
It's possible this sandwich maker in Saskatoon might have been more willing to dice up a fresh onion if the bulbs themselves weren't so volatile. The second definition of volatility comes from science. In science speak, a volatile compound is something that easily evaporates at normal temperatures. Onions are a great example. Air reacts with onions when you break the flesh. It releases a chemical irritant containing sulfur, which is also what gives onions such a strong smell. The onion juice acts as a natural pest repellent and disinfectant, so the volatility has helped onion crops survive for thousands of years. Unfortunately, it's also what makes us cry if we cut them. In 2008, some New Zealand scientists actually figured out a new way to genetically engineer crops of no-cry onions by switching off the part that causes our eyes to water when we cut them. But here's how you can stop this from happening at home. Breathe through your mouth and use a very sharp knife, with grown-up eyeballs around, of course. But just because we can tame the volatility of onions, does that mean we should? After all, onions have been making people cry for over 5,000 years. In ancient Egypt, the onion, with its expanding concentric circles, symbolised eternity. Some Egyptologists think onions may have been celebrated because their strong scent was believed to prompt the dead to breathe again. Others believe that the fact these onions were known to have strong antiseptic qualities, which were thought of as magical, meant those buried with them would find them useful in the afterlife. King Ramses IV, who died in 1160 BC, was entombed with onions in his eye sockets. Back in around 1550 BC, the Codex Ebers, an Egyptian medical papyrus, advised using onions and garlic to cure illness. They've been keeping us strong ever since. Onions add flavour without filling you up, and recent studies have shown that they can be one of the healthiest things for your gut because they're full of prebiotic fibre, which the body uses to feed the good bacteria in your digestive system. So really, they're a volatile compound that can also bring about some balance. So let's all take a moment to celebrate the volatility of onions and appreciate their smelly magic next time we grab one from the cupboard. And if you want to stop those onion tears at home, try breathing through your mouth and cutting the onion using a sharp knife. But remember, use your grown-up eyeballs too. All right, quiz time. Let's do 6 quick questions to test if you've been paying attention. Question 1. If an onion was playing an instrument in an orchestra, what would it be? Question 2. Scientists from which country invented an onion that won't make you cry? Question 3. What kind of snake did an angry customer throw at a guy in Canada? Question 4. What chemical beginning with S makes onions smell so strong? Question 5. In ancient Egypt, what shape symbolised eternity? Question 6. What kind of gut-loving fibre is in onions? Okay, that's all we have time for today. Make sure you check phenomenon.com.au for the quiz answers and for more deep dives from the Phenomenon Nomcast. Over and out. This podcast was brought to you by Hort Innovation, using the Mushroom and Onion Research and Development levies and funds from the Australian Government. For more information, visit horticulture.com.au. For more information on Phenomenon, check out phenomenon.com.au.